since we got about thought process. Oh, of course there was that. Mr. LeBlanc has something to do with a smuggling ring. It's possible this fake statue was brought on board in Jingfa. I think I need to question him a bit further. Of course there's going to be something as obvious as that. About your statue, Mr. LeBlanc. I wonder if it might be fake. What? How dare you say my art is fake? I suspect that your statue might be the target of an international smuggling ring. Don't say such fantastical things! Those thieves would not dare. I have the certification of my cargo right here. Do you mean the cargo certification document? I shall explain to say that cargo is put on the plane in Europe. And so you have it, Miles Edgeworth. So bad for you. No, that's... Which means that there was never a window of time in which the statue wasn't sitting there. I respectfully disagree. We can't discount the theory until I see the statue for myself. Then you can have your wish. Look at it yourself and see I'm right. Yes, I know I've seen this somewhere. This is the olive red. Gives off such a feeling of art. Can practically smell it. That statue is a high amount of historic value. It was unveiled at a museum in Europe. I brought it to this country to exhibit it. I believe a closer look is wanted here. So, this is the infamous Aleph Red statue, Where is it, Miss Edgeworth? Did you find something? There's something wrong with this picture. We should examine it in more detail. What have we here? Says Jingfa Express in the cloth store. Gotta take a guess and say that this delivery company is based in Jingfa. Something's tugging on the corner of my mind. I heard something about the place. Save. This spot's somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold. I'm not entirely confident that there is contradiction here. What do you think, Detective? Well then, I must be mistaken. Not entirely confident there is a contradiction here, mind you. Oh yeah, there's a need. What's this? The statue looks like it's stepping all over its neighbor's cloth cover. Kind of resembles its own attitude in a sense. Yeah, what'd you say now? However, my clothing's hem is not being stepped on by anyone. It's too expensive for me to allow that to happen. He is forgiving the trespasses of my subordinate. Why should I forgive if the dress passes? That's such an expensive dress, to keep it. The leftover suitcases sit here, lined up in 2 6-meter rows. Too bad for Miss Tenero, but this design is unmarketable. Oh, why don't they sell them in the airport and have a bargain basement sale? Buy one, get one free. You win the raffle, you get one more for free. How about those ideas, sir? I think if they did not, everyone would lose. Shave. Summon. No. Wait a minute. There's nothing unusual about this area. I'm not entirely confident that there is a contradiction. Yeah, don't say.
Eureka!
Nope, clearly not then.
Eureka!
Yeah.
Eureka!
Yeah, of course it's not. Hey, if I knew that, why'd I do it? Yeah. Hmm.
Eureka!
No. Fuck, no, voice. Oh, of course, there's a bloody Occam's razor.
Eureka!
His eyes are awfully orange, don't you think? Yeah, pretty. They remind me of sunsets when I was in grade school. I don't think you see what I'm talking about. No, I do, but it's really like the colour of the sun when you're sunset. I don't care about sunsets. Focus, detective. What colour are the eyes in the photo? As I thought, this statue is a fake. Mr. LeBlanc. What do you want? Do you know I'm a busy man? I allow you 2 seconds from your answer. Here I've read. I suppose this is your pride and joy, is it not? I had the biggest trophy on this European trip. Do you know why I wanted to possess this statue? Trigger started 17 years ago. I'll grab a chair, sir. Sounds like this is going to be a long story. Mr. LeBlanc, I regret to inform you, you have my heartfelt sympathy. What's that? Sympathy for what? You'll see. I'd like you to compare the eyes. That large fellow there has very pretty eyes compared to you. I wasn't talking about the 2 of us. I meant the eyes of the statue in front of us and the one in the photo. Why all of a sudden yelling? No. Oh. There's a photo of the statue on display at the museum in Europe. What? Now do you see, Mr. LeBlanc? The statue before us is a fake. A fake? I believe that even further examination will be required. Now we have confirmed that this is indeed a fake. There must be some sort of proof that this was brought on board in Zhengfa. And present to you evidence that was over its remaining contradiction. Well, actually, no. Yes, and I can.
Eureka!
Yeah, me neither. Is the evidence which points it to be a fake?
Eureka!
The fuck? Hmm.
Eureka!
Here's clearly a contradiction here. What are you going on about? Simply... What it is, it shouldn't be this way, but the statue's on top. Supposing that neighbouring piece of cargo was brought on board in the Zenfar, there was no way that any part of it should wind up under something from its which means that this fake statue was smuggled on board in the Zenfar. Let me ask in return, what about Agent X? Why did he come down here in the middle of the flight? There was only one reason, secure proof of smuggling activity aboard this flight. So you say that don't believe he had to do that to meet flight? That may be true, however, you have it backwards, Francesca. Sure, Agent Hicks could have waited until after a plane had landed, but he had a reason for coming down to the cargo hold. Suppose he had found the fake at the airport. It would have been after the swap had occurred. In that time, the suspicion would naturally fall on the statue's owner. He would have no way to prove that the statue was switched without his knowledge. Which means there's someone involved who is forging or modifying cargo certificates. Investigation complete! Yay! Perhaps the victim knew the real version of this was going to get nabbed, huh? Yes, while this photo could be seen as nothing more than a simple souvenir, it was in fact taken to be used as a reference document later on. Next, Agent Hicks had to secure proof that the smuggling had taken place. He came down here to take a picture of the cargo hold. A rather empty one at that, right before the fake statue could be loaded on board. A photo of the hold missing a valuable piece of cargo would have been proof enough. That all you had to do was hold the Xi back. Huh? Civilian put as a hostage. Fuck. Exactly. This only goes to prove my theory. The statue was not in the cargo hold during the Jingfa leg of the ship. There would have been enough height from which Agent Hicks could have fallen to his death. Officer, move the statue immediately. Major von Karma, ready to report my findings. I'm moving the other thread statue out of the way. We tested the area under luminol and there was a reaction. Can we stop looking at it now, sirs? It would seem that my deductions were correct after all. The culprit cleans the blood up well.
Take that!
The killer used a bloody cloth found inside the suitcase to clean up the mess. Because otherwise, the cargo crew would have discovered it during the layover. What you guys are saying? That the murder happened before the plane landed in Jingfa? There is no other conceivable timeline for the events of the murder. If that is true, not very certain person's testimony is doubt. Recall Miss Meade's testimony about Agent Hicks in regard to when we departed Jingfa. She claims Agent Hicks was alive at the time of the service calls, but that totally contradicts the facts. I think the only person who can answer that is Miss Meade herself. Miss Meade, you. Do you recall what you said earlier? About when you answered some service calls as we were departing from the Jane farm? Huh? You said that Mr. Hicks was sitting in his seat at that time. However, that is simply not possible, because Mr. Hicks was dead long before we ever touched down in the Jane farm. Miss Camille. Maybe I didn't see what I thought I did? No one could make mistakes so large, Miss Camille. But I think that kind of boo-hoo all the time. Is this going nowhere? There must be a... Yeah, fine. Very well, Miss Camille, if you please, tell me about your alibi during the time slot. Even though the name is supposed to be a pun of chamomile. And then chamomile tea. From just before we were to land at 3 AM and 6 AM when the body was found. Are you telling me I'm a suspect, Miss Edgeworth? Yes. How is a man supposed to react to a testimony like that? Miss Neal, wake up. She fell asleep again. Looks like the only way I'm going to be able to wake her up is by pressing her. That sounds very out of context.
Hold it!
Miss Neal, wake up. I'm awake, I'm awake. Why ask me to wake her when you can finally put that whip to an appropriate use? If I remember correctly, your food was being served in first class in the lounge, between the hours of 3 and 4 AM. Then what were you doing in this room at that time? What are you doing now? What are you doing after this? God damn it, I had to quote that meme. That bleep, rather. Even having the most interesting... You mean you were neglecting your duties? No then.
Hold it!
Miss Meal, how many times do I have to repeat myself? Wake up. Ah! What are you with me for, sir? Oh, what I missed? A poor detective being on the receiving end of a lash in your stead. Make amends for that by continuing with your testimony.
Hold it!
So you were alone the entire time, were you? Yeah, no one else even popped their head in to say hi. Oh, well, I think a contradiction just popped in to say hi. What should I do? Should I raise an objection? Yes. I thought that was a bullet hole sound. It's not possible that you were alone in the opinion during the whole time from 5 to 6 AM.
Take that!
Okay, may have some.
Take that!
I wonder if you'd be so kind as to take a look at this receipt, Miss Meal. It's for the suitcase Miss Tenero bought. Now if I may direct your attention to the timestamp. As you can see, it clearly says 5:40 AM, Miss Tenero. I requested that she be present as a witness, so that will lead me straighten out your complex lie. Now then, Miss Tenero. Between the hours of 5 and 6 AM, you took a trip from first class down to the first floor in-flight shop, correct? Yes, I went to shop to buy a suitcase. And did you see Miss Meal there at that time? No. So, Miss Meal, where were you really between the hours of 5 and 6 AM? Miss Carrie Meal. I'll be the one to ask the questions here. Yeah, maybe that's it. Thanks. Do you take me for a fool? That's a little too convenient to be true. I didn't have enough conclusive proof. Can't argue for this. Please leave Miss Tenero out of the conversation. Only you are under suspicion for that. Of course, I'm keeping an eye on her. I can't very well let her escape, can I? Now's not the time for this sort of talk.
Hold it!
No, it's not the only reason I have for suspecting you. Your statements regarding Mr. Hicks also turned out to be a bunch of lies. But say I wasn't intending, you wouldn't suspect me. Yes, I suppose that's true.
Hold it!
She's already been detained for further questioning, or have you already forgotten? Miss Meal, what did you mean just now by no one else who could have done it?
Hold it!
And what are you in charge of, Miss Meal? I take care of the attendance. That doesn't count. What else could I have meant? Yes, I'm really good at Virginia. She's fluent in Virginian. And I suppose you're in charge of processing documents in Virginian? Very interesting. Like the receipt, mayhaps? So you are the only one in this flight crew that speaks Virginian. Is that correct? If that is the case, then the signature on this document belongs to you, doesn't it? This is a falsified piece of documentation with only one purpose: to lead anyone who read it to believe that Mr. LeBlanc's statue was loaded in Europe. The only person who could have either prepared or processed this document from Virginia is you, Mr. Without your participation, the smuggling of the A-list bread could not have occurred. Don't sleep while I'm pointing my finger at you. Just exactly as you say. Are you confessing to having participated in the smuggling? Really? All you did was sign it? Neglected to check if the cargo window came properly? Seems like she's finally woken up. This is going to be one tough fight.
Objection!
So perhaps there is some element of a setup in this case. Don't worry, I wasn't talking about you. I meant the killer. First it was myself, and now it's Miss Tenero who's under the microscope. It seems to me that our killer is going to great lengths to pin this crime on anyone they can. You have no proof that Rhoda is being set up, or that she isn't? Actually, I believe that she wasn't indeed an intended target from the very beginning, meaning that the plan was to push all the blame for the crime onto her, and this evidence will prove my suspicions.
Take that!
The killer could have hidden the body anywhere, and yet they chose the suitcase. Why is that? Perhaps it was to move the body up from the lower deck to the first floor. However, why give you the trouble to do so? The only way all of these actions make sense is if the killer had wanted to frame Miss Tenero for murder. Miss Tenero buys a suitcase on every flight she works without fail. But should her suitcase be switched with the one containing the victim's body, that would put her in a very tight spot. Unfortunately for the killer, the turbulence put an end to that plan. There wasn't enough time to put the body back into the suitcase. Ergo, they made do with whoever was at hand adapted their plan and tried to frame me as I lay unconscious on the floor from the turbulence. The killer then went to hide the suitcase in the in-flight shop and brought the piggy bank back to the elevator in order to fabricate a false weapon. A lot of work for a fruitless endeavor, wouldn't you agree? That is because of the special circumstances surrounding this particular case. Nope. Just leaving a fucking dumbass. The special circumstance is simply that the murder took place on plain mid-flight. No matter which country, customs is quite strict in this day and age. So no matter what you do, the chances that the body will be found are very high. Therefore, there was no choice but to frame either Miss Tenero or myself. In other words, the only one who fits within the boundaries of the criminal's movements is not Miss Tenero or myself, but you, Miss Camille. Only you, and you alone, can be the killer. Are you done already? I was about to fall asleep again. You can see outline of how the murder occurred. I need to finish it. Isn't there a piece of evidence that's still unaccounted for? The phone. Something that I still can't quite fit into the big picture. My attorney's back.
Take that!
I don't have any actual evidence. Well, not. But that's because it went missing, and still is. Missing? What do you mean by that? In the complex puzzle, that is this case, there was one piece I kept getting stuck on, and that is the victim's cell phone. Franziska, you're waiting at the airport for a phone call from Agent Hicks' cell phone. Or at least, that's what you told me. Yes, sir? But Agent Hicks' cell phone could not be found at the crime scene. You mean the killer took the phone with them? Precisely. I suspect that if we were to find that phone, it would lead us to the killer. We won't know that until we try a little experiment, will we? Franziska, I'd like to ask for your assistance. You know the victim's phone number, do you not? Agent Hicks' phone. It's ringing from somewhere, sir. I hear it, detective. Now where is it coming from? Sounds like the phone is up in the flight attendant's room. The ringing's coming from somewhere in here, sir. Leave no stone unturned, Detective Gumshoe. You must find it. The ringing's coming from in here. What? No, it can't be. There's the guy with the victim's cell phone. Just whose locker is this, sir? It's Miss Tenero's. So, Mr. Edgeworth, how'd it go? When did you find the phone? I found it in the flight attendant's room in Miss Tenero's locker. Wait, I have a theory. This is related to the incident with the keycard. When the killer went to steal the keycard, they conveniently stashed the cell phone in Miss Tenero's locker at the same time. At least he's related to the keycard one, in the same way that we have zero proof in the card bucket. Sure, do. Francesca's right. I can't offer baseless conjectures at this point. Alright then, why did the culprit take the cell phone from Agent Hicks? Let's have something very incriminating on or in it.
Hold it!
What now, Miles Edgeworth? It's not over yet. We have yet to figure out why the killer took the phone. What? Inside this phone lies the final piece of incriminating evidence that will point us to our killer. We need to examine this phone in more detail. The LCD is broken. Without a screen, you can't even place a call box. Cameras. Come to think of it, I wonder. How exactly was Agent Hicks planning to preserve the crime scene of a smuggler? Franziska, I need you to confirm something. This cell phone, can it take pictures? Mr. Edgeworth, can't believe you didn't know about this kind of basic stuff, sir. This looks like a very similar model to my own. Do you think Agent Hicks could have taken some pictures of this? In particular, pictures as evidence for his smuggling case? I'll find a way, don't you worry about him.
Objection!
What do you mean by that, Franziska? Looks like our killer isn't very familiar with electronics. This phone's the RAM and call, and not only the LCD speaking system. Yeah. Franziska, your phone if you please. Transferring, alright, just bring it now. This is... Hey, the olive red's nowhere in the picture. Ouch, she's right, there's not much we can find out from this for Agent Hicks' killer. Is this it? Is this the end? There's really nothing in the spirit that we can use. Boxes of bed sheets. These stay in the cargo hold now. Nothing unusual about them in particular. Can't keep the feeling. Yes, I mind. What exactly is it between them now? In fact, all the suitcases are in the spirit at all. Yeah, well, I was only pointing out. Yeah, that's why I was only pointing out things that were different between them and a rude awakening, a deafening objection, and a contradiction. What's all this? Oh, they're a cargo ship from Borginia to Zhengfa. So the reason they aren't here now is that they were dropped off in Zhengfa. Mr. LeBlanc, can you tell me the contents of the boxes? Unfortunately, there is no English written on them anywhere. One close to the box is written in Borginian. Says, it's cloth in English. Cloth? Could it be, is this where the killer... What? What for that scary face? Miss Meal. Yes? It appears that Agent Hicks was no ordinary investigator. He left us with a piece of evidence after all. A striking piece that will point out who his killer is. The Virginian cargo and this piece of evidence will point out the strange victim.
Take that!
No. Not really.
Take that!
No, wait, the clock?
Take that!
What is that supposed to prove? Right. The killer used this piece of cloth to wipe up blood they had spilled. But there was one thing that bothered me this whole time. Where did it come from? Now I've finally found my answer in this very photo. The cargo that was unloaded in Zhengfa had cloth written on it. In Virginian, and this is where the killer grabbed a piece from to clean up the blood with. That's right, and the killer was someone who could read and understand Virginian. The only crew member that fits that description is you, Miss Kennedy. Sorry, but I cannot agree with your assessment of the killer's indiscrimination. There was no need for the killer to tear the boxes at random at all. If the killer supposedly could not comprehend Virginia, well then, logically the killer would have opened this box first.
Take that!
Hey, there's bed sheets in English on the box. Precisely, and bed sheets would be perfect for cleaning up blood, don't you think? So are you trying to say that if I were the criminal, this box of bed sheets would have been what I would have spotted first? The killer didn't want anyone to know that the real scene of the crime was this cargo bag. So they were afraid to leave signs that the box for the sheets had been opened. However, the Virginian cloth, well, that's a horse of a different. That's right, that is why the Virginian cloth is used. And the only Virginian reader on board who could have made such a calculated decision is you, Camille. You and you. It would be very easy for us to confirm if any of the boxes were resealed. All we would have to do is contact the Zhengfa authorities in time. May even find other evidence to incriminate our killer in these boxes. So what do you say? Why not confess your crime here and now? Or would you rather wait and see what we find out from our investigation in Zhengfa? God, that's if he spoke. March 12th, 5:26 p.m. Flight G390, first floor lounge. I've finished making all the arrangements to take the suspect in, sir. Very good, detective. What about the smuggling route? Did she say anything about that? I've taken her down to the precinct. Hopefully we can get more out of it. Whenever we even approached the topic, she just started foaming at the mouth. It's scary, sir. She probably wasn't prepared to commit a murder all of a sudden. One thing is for sure, living behind this whole mess means serious business. Looks like there's a lot more to this case than meets the eye. There's nothing. In fact, I should be on thanking you for your cooperation. That's... No, I mean, I would never turn down a lady's generous offer. Thank you, I'll keep that in mind. I must bid you farewell. Yeah. Farewell. Bye, good time. Can't believe we wound up investigating the whole day, sir. Boy, was it fun. Speak for yourself. My name was filled with earthquakes, elevators, and false charges. By the way, where's Franziska? Oh, she's filling out some customs paperwork for a departure. Departure? Yeah, Miss Von Karma is already really busy, sir. She's been flying from country to country to chase down some leads regarding her case. Detective, can you cancel the car I had you reserve earlier? You got it, sir. I have no intention of wasting your time, however it has been a while since we last met. You are Franziska Von Karma, a very proud prosecutor deserving of much respect. True, your father Manfred Von Karma didn't lose a single case for 40 years as a prosecutor. However, I wouldn't say he was invincible. Sounds like a dangerous assignment. Oh yeah, oh yeah, it's not like you were shot on the shoulder for or anything. Yes, I suppose you can. Yeah, no, I was simply caught up in this one case. At least you already crossed paths. I'm not following you. And just like that, she's gone now, so... Thank goodness. I can finally rest easy now I won't have to watch out for a whip. Detective Gumshoe, I want to thank you for your help and cooperation. Oh, it was nothing, sir. I'm just happy to be able to work with you again. Think I'm going to survey by adding a little extra salt for instant noodles. So much did you cut his salary by, Franziska? Detective, I was wondering if you might give me a ride down to the post. Sure thing, so I can fly down the road in a patrol car if you want. Don't make me remind you, Detective. Safety first. Nurse, I served the first case upon my arrival home. Franziska Von Karma, the smuggling route she was after. The leaders of that ring had already put their trump card into play. And the players on the other side of this wall, they would begin to make themselves known through the next instant.